Yeah.
Are you thinking about it all, bringing it back, or I mean, at this point?
Well, I would love to. It's tough. The foul trouble keeps hijacking Rondo's minutes. And every time Paul or Ray gets in the foul trouble, that's another minute on the floor for Rondo. I feel we do need to give him a rest in the game. It's funny how we're trying to do it now. Is right before a quarter, even though it only says 2 minutes of rest, is really 5 or 10 minutes sometimes, because the timeouts, I think, are lasting a good half hour now in games. They may last longer now since we're the only game playing. So, but we do give them rest that way. Statistically it says 1 minute, but we know it's more than that. But we haven't been able to do that in the second halves, and that's where we would really like to buy time for them. And the foul trouble just hasn't allowed us to do it.
Are there like red flags you look for as far as things around?
Yeah, with Rondo, I'm not going to say them, but we know clearly when we think he's tired, he starts doing things that we know that he's tired.
You a little surprised when you guys are the only game?
I am surprised by that. I actually thought each series would be an interesting series. So that tells you about our knowledge, right? I mean, I don't think anyone thought 3 sweeps. Hell, I think half of them may have thought this one would have been more. So I don't know. I'm surprised by that, though. I really am, especially with all the great records in our league. I don't think anyone anticipated this.
It seems like a lot of your foul trouble had to do with Shaq. Am I wrong in that?
Yeah, Shaq and LeBron. They're probably the 2 biggest guys in the NBA,
Yeah.
so that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's amazing. Shaq and LeBron's on the same team. When you think about it size-wise, it's just an amazing combination. It really is. And Shaq's caused some problems in this series for us. He's getting low position. He's running well. And when he runs well and gets deep, it's tough to move him. We know that.
I think the first shot Shaq took was like 9 feet from the basket. I think.
Yeah, we don't mind those. We just mind the ones where we're standing next to the rim early in the game. The rule is when he's got a shot, you foul him. But if you're fouling early in the game, now your bigs are in foul trouble, which we can't afford. Rasheed had 4 fouls in the first half the other night, and Perk had 2. I had no choice. I mean, I just had to leave him out there. That's a
Brown
problem.
says he's going to give LeBron an opportunity to be on Rondo more.
Well, he's guarded him before. I think it was their second game they played us that he guarded him. I would say most of the game in that game. So it's not like we haven't seen it before. Kobe has guarded Rondo. We've seen a lot of different guys guard him. The key for Rondo is to continue to run the team. I mean, that's what he is. He's our point guard. And as long as and he said it, after the game, hey, my job is to get everybody shots and get everybody involved. Doesn't matter who's really guarding you. You still have to do that. I do think in the past, 2 years ago, we as a staff and him as an individual took that as a challenge and said, okay, we're going to find a way to beat it. And we realized, no, just keep running the team. And that's what we're going to do.